Today's audio introduction has been created by Theatre My Way and produced by Gemma MacDonald of Generate Theatre Company, supporting accessible and inclusive theatre experiences. We're really excited to find out about this wonderful world of the importance of being earnest. The first person we're going to meet today is our wonderful director, Hannah Shaw.
Hello and welcome to the Rowntree Players production of The Importance of Being Earnest. I'm the director and I'm so excited to bring this world to life for you. For those of you who don't know Oscar Wilde's classic, it follows two wealthy friends, Jack and Algernon, who lead secret double lives to escape the suffocating rules of high society. Both have invented a fictional persona, Ernest and Bunbury, to pursue the lives they truly want and avoid the monotony of their social surroundings. This leads to a fast-paced game of deception that spins out of control when their two worlds finally collide. We're grounding this play in the city's own hidden LGBTQ+ history, inspired by the legacy of Anne Lister. In our version, Algernon is played by a woman who uses the masculine persona of Ernest as a mask to explore gender and sexuality. Visually, you can imagine a modern Victorian York where sharp 19th century inspirations meet the modern glow of technology. We're using the depth of the stage to mirror the peeling back of these secrets through three heavy curtains. We begin Act 1 squeezed downstage before the curtain draws back to reveal Act 2, which opens to a mid-stage garden. And finally, in Act 3, we reveal the full depth of the stage and our centrepiece, a large, round, stained glass window, inspired by York Minster, that brings these hidden identities into the light. But now, without further ado, I think it's time for you to meet our lively cast of characters.
Hello, I'm Jack Worthing of the Manor House down in Walton. You'll probably see me around Algie's place sporting some sort of suit or waistcoat or something dapper of the kind that she's picked out for me, and I'm rarely seen without my cigarette case or my black leather handbag back at the house in the country. Also, if you hear people referring to me as Ernest, don't let on. I have a bit of an alter ego when I'm up in town. But the less said about that, the better. You'll probably see me wearing a purple blazer with a yellow tie that Algie constantly calls garish, but I think is rather fetching. And after a unfortunate tragedy occurs in my family, I sport a lovely tall black hat with a peacock feather as I'm in mourning, with a black cape and some rather fancy floral trousers.
And here's a little bit of information about Algernon. When appearing as themselves, Algernon wears her blonde hair down, a white peplum waistcoat over a silk green and cream shirt. She has a pair of green formal trousers tucked into her knee-high brown boots and wears a silk blue scarf around her neck. When she is portraying the persona of Ernest, her hair is in a low bun. She wears a pink and white floral waistcoat over a pink button-up shirt, a pair of white formal trousers over brown boots, and her blue silk scarf is tied into an ascot knot.
Hello, I am Gwendolyn Fairfax. You may know my mother, Lady Bracknell. Oh. I am wearing a gorgeous long skirt and a nice formal jacket, and my lovely luscious curly hair is in the most elegant updo. I often carry around with me my white lace fan, which I often use when I'm bored, or more importantly, when I'm talking to Mr. Worthing. My most prized possession is my diary. She is pink and has a green G on it for Gwendolyn, which matches Cecily's perfectly.
My name is Cecily Cardew and I live in the countryside under the careful, though sometimes rather dull guardianship of my Uncle Jack and my governess, Miss Prism. Life here can be excessively boring, which is why I devote myself to more serious pursuits, such as keeping a diary. In my diary, the most interesting and romantic things have a habit of occurring. You'll usually find me with it in hand, dressed in a floral baby doll dress with pink tights and carrying my purple handbag, quite prepared for inspiration to strike at any moment. I'm very fond of imagination. It improves reality ever so much.
I'm Lady Bracknell. I will be very well dressed in a dark fur coat and a dress that means business. My family is my business.
I am Miss Prism. I work as a governess, and I am fortunate enough to have been in the employ of Mr. Jack Worthing for the last 3 years. I am entrusted with the education and guidance of his ward, Miss Cecily Cardew. I am wearing a skirt with a very respectable blouse. I wear glasses. You may often find me with my diary, an improving book, or another 3-volume novel.
My name is Reverend Dr. Frederick Chasuble. I am the canon of St. Mary's Church in the parish of Woolton, under the estate of Mr. Jack Worthing. I would class myself as rather sweet-natured, kind, slightly naive and absent-minded, while maintaining my vow of celibacy, but harbouring a desire for Miss Prism. I make moral judgments, and my sermons are interchangeable to suit the occasion, really. Therefore, I am a bit hypocritical and not a man of firm purpose and principle. I'm totally disillusioned with the practices of the primitive church. I wear a cassock and surplice, a straw hat, and half-moon reading glasses.
I'm Lane, Miss Algernon Moncrief's manservant. I prepare the tea by cleaning the cups with a tea towel, and am dressed in the formal wear of a butler. Hello, I'm Merriman, Mr. Jack Worthing's butler. I carry and set the tea for the residents of Mr. Worthing's abode, and am dressed in the formal wear of a butler.
And so, we invite you into the world where manners matter, misunderstandings multiply, and nothing is ever quite as simple as it seems. Sit back, enjoy the wit and absurdity, and remember, in this story, being earnest may not mean what you think it does. Enjoy the show.